Hi, I'm Cami. Welcome to Cami's in the Kitchen. Okay, back with Kristi, my sister, with more fun Thanksgiving recipes. This is
our cranberry relish, and it is a fresh cranberry relish, which is so good. Again, from my good friend Kristi Cluff. I have to give her the credit.
They're both from Kristi?
Yes. This
from
was
when they lived in Illinois.
Yes, and we would have Thanksgiving dinner together, and these were two recipes she shared, the sweet potato souffle and now the cranberry relish. And we love them. So thank you to her.
Thanks, Kristi.
Yep.
Oh,
so
Kristi.
you know, that's why I like her, same name.
Anyway, okay, so this, and it really is, like, I don't love the canned, okay, let's be honest here, I've never had the canned cranberry, because I can't even stomach
and
the
even
look of it.
the cooked homemade one, it's okay, but this one is so good. It's
fresh. And you don't even have to have it for Thanksgiving. I feel like you could serve it with a side of, like, pork chops,
yes,
or chicken, like a grilled chicken or a baked chicken.
We just eat it with a spoon
out
of the
seriously.
bowl. It's
so good. Anyway, and easy. So simple.
Yeah.
I mean, almost as easy to open up that gross can with the jellied. Look, I'm ruining everyone's Thanksgiving. If you do marshmallow,
if you like that, that's good.
If you like marshmallow sweet potatoes and canned cranberries, okay.
You have what you like, but we like this.
But we like this. All right. So let's get going. Show us what
So we start out with a bag of cranberries you buy at the store. You just rinse them off, which we've rinsed them. Sometimes you'll see kind of bad ones in there.
I didn't rinse them.
Oh, I thought you rinsed them.
We haven't.
We didn't rinse them. So
miscommunication.
you're gonna rinse them.
But she was like, make sure they bounce. I'm like, make sure they bounce. Okay, ready? Look, they bounce like a ball. Who knew?
So if they don't bounce, they're not fresh.
Yeah.
So if you can see, and you can usually tell as you're going through them,
like jacks.
Oh, and we picked out a couple of bad ones that looked kind of scrawny.
Like raisins. They look like raisins.
Yeah.
Or if they're too white, like these are kind of, but if they're like all white, you don't want those either.
Right.
Like
they're going to be
white.
super tart.
Tart.
So we put a bag of those in, rinsed. So we're just going to throw those into a food processor or your blender.
Or Ninja.
Yeah, Ninja or whatever you use, Blendtec, whatever. Okay, so we're going to do the cranberries and the sugar first. So it calls for 3/4 of a cup of sugar. It seems like a lot of sugar. If you don't love that much sugar, you can add sugar to taste. So I usually start with about half to 3/4.
Let's get real.
I'm just going to put the whole 3/4 in. Let's just be honest. It's the best thing about it.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we're going to do that first. And I'm going to let Cami use her blender because I don't know how to use it. So you want it? Yeah, and you can decide how chopped you want it. I like mine fairly finely chopped. You don't want like big pieces of cranberry. You want to make sure that they're chopped finely enough that it's kind of a relish. You know, you're gonna put on your turkey. So we're gonna do that. And while she's doing that, I cut off the ends of an orange. So you're gonna take an orange and you're just gonna cut off the two ends. And you're literally going to put the whole orange, peel and all, in the blender.
Now we washed it really well.
Processor, yes.
Like I actually washed it with
washed it with soap.
And scrubbed it till it was squeaky. That and the apple were squeaky.
Yes. So, but you want to put the peel is actually the great part of it too. So I just quarter it like this, and then add that to the mixture.
Okay, fine. It's all going to go blend together.
And then for the apple, if you have like a slicer corer, that's the easiest thing. You just stick that in and core it. But
she asked me, she's like, do you have one? She's like, do you have one? I'm like, I used to, but it took up too much space and I didn't use it.
I use mine all the time. So now you're just going to cut around the core because you don't want the core in there, obviously. So then you're just going to cut the pieces of apple, again, with the peel on it because you don't want to not use the peel. The peel is awesome. Okay, so we're just going to put them in pieces here. Start throwing that in. And then we're just going to process that with the rest of the stuff in there.
Because it smells like
it is
so fresh.
Delicious.
Fresh is just the word. Everyone, when they eat it, they're like, that is so fresh. Like, that's just the word that everyone uses because it's so good.
Super good. All right, so then we're going to mix that up with the rest of the cranberries and the sugar.
Well, you know, my name is Santa. Let's bring me a blendtec. Enough of this mess. Okay, let's try it. Let's see if a dough hook works. Let's try a dough hook in here.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Dough hooks work for all things.
They do work for all things. I've never tried a dough hook on that, but it does work.
But look at that, it slides
yeah,
down.
Totally.
Dough hook for the win. We're getting close.
Yeah.
Should we throw our nuts in?
So then you're going to add some nuts. You can use walnuts or pecans. Pecans are my favorite, so we're using pecans tonight. But walnuts are great too.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to, and it calls for 1/2 cup of pecans or walnuts. So then we're going to just chop those up. You don't want it to turn to mush. You want it to still have some a little bit of like finely chopped fruit in it.
And then, do you want it, okay, so here's my question. Do you want it for like right before so it's still fresh, or?
I usually make it in the morning before dinner. So it'll be fine in the fridge for 3 or 4 hours. So it's one of the last prep things I do, but I do it ahead of time just because it's crazy right before Thanksgiving dinner, obviously. So I do get this all done, put it in the fridge, and it'll be fine in the fridge for 3, 4, 5 hours. So
wait,
I have that earlier in the day.
I have a couple pecans that didn't.
And I always taste it to make sure it has enough sugar in it because the cranberries are super sour. So let me just try it. Oh, that's really good. I think it's actually perfect.
It's got tart.
Perfect amount of sweetness.
Tart.
And the tart from the orange. It's really good. So this is a little finer.
It's the blender
than mine would be. So
normally you want it not mush.
You want it to be a little less mushy.
It's still going to be delicious.
Yeah, it will taste great.
But because it took so long to blend it in my Ninja, I'll be doing it in my food processor on the big day.
Right.
But so this is not necessarily what you want to look
So, well, it looks good and it tastes delicious, but it's just a little more processed than I like. I like it to be a little more
like
finely chopped. Yeah. Yeah. So it just got a little over processed, but it will taste great. And you put that on your turkey. Oh, it's going to be so fantastic. You're going to love it. I promise.
Eat it with your turkey, with all of it. I mean, turkey with the sweet potato souffle. It just all meshes together, and it's delicious.
Fabulous.
So this will be a recipe you're going to want every year at Thanksgiving.
I actually have friends who will call me like every year before Thanksgiving. Can you send me that relish recipe again? I don't know where it is. So then I just send it to them. But it's great. But Cami will have it on her Cami's in the Kitchen blog, so you can find it anytime.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Then just send them there.
Right. Yes, I will. I'll send my friends there.
I don't have time. Cami's in the Kitchen.
That's right. I will do that.
Okay.
So,
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay, thanks.
Happy Thanksgiving.